1 by cos alpha plus cos 3 alpha plus 1 by cos alpha plus cos 5 alpha plus 1 by cos alpha plus cos 7 alpha plus it continues like this such that the innate term we get 1 by cos alpha plus cos 2n plus 1 into alpha, and we have to prove this one equal to half of cosec alpha into tan n plus 1 alpha minus tan alpha. This is what we need to prove. For this type of sum, always it is better to proceed from the innate term. Here you can see this is our innate term. So it is always better if we proceed from the innate term. This is our innate term. If we simplify this innate term, then it will be very easy for us. So how to simplify? Now, for that we have to keep something in mind. That in this case, what we have, ultimately you have to take it to what? Tan. Now, here you have cos in the denominator. To get tan, what we need? We need sine in the numerator. We need sine in the numerator. So basically, from this, if you take the innate term, first of all, what will come to our mind? That we have to apply cos c plus cos d. Absolutely correct. Cos c plus cos d we can apply definitely. But the next thing that is what should come to your mind, that we need here tan. For tan, we need sine in the numerator. Without sine, we cannot do. So two things are coming to our mind. One is we have to apply cos c plus cos d. Secondly, we need a sine in the numerator. So we start like we have Tn, there is an innate term we are talking, that is cos 2n plus 1 alpha plus cos alpha. Now this is cos c plus cos d formula. Now what is cos c plus cos d formula? Cos c plus cos d, which is 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. This is what we need to apply the formula. Yes. So if we apply the denominator, what we get? We get here 2 cos 2n plus 1 alpha plus alpha by 2 into cos 2n plus 1 alpha minus alpha by 2. Numerator 1. Now this gives us what? After this, we need a sine in the numerator, which we don't have. So we'll take sine alpha in the numerator. Now why sine alpha only? Cosec alpha is there, so that we can get in the denominator also as to sine alpha, which will this denominator term will help us to get this also. So that is the reason we have taken sine alpha. Why sine alpha? In the proof we have half of cosec alpha, that is 2 sine alpha. So to adjust that, you have to multiply by a sine alpha. So I have taken a sine alpha in the numerator. Why? To get half of cosec alpha. Listen again. Here you don't have cosec alpha. Cosec alpha means 1 by 2 sine alpha. Half is there, so 1 by 2 sine alpha. But you don't have sine alpha in the numerator, so I have taken. Sine alpha has been taken because of the two reasons. One is we have to get tan. For that we need sine the numerator. Another reason, we have to get here cosec. So because of these two reasons, I have taken sine alpha here as well as in the numerator and denominator, so that they get cancelled out. It will get adjusted. 2 I have got from here. Now, after this, what we get? Cos 2n plus 2 alpha by 2, that is n plus 1 alpha. Then 2n plus alpha minus alpha, 2n alpha by 2, that is n alpha. So cos n alpha This is what I have got. Now, here n plus 1 alpha, n alpha. But here we have only alpha. So this cannot help us unless and until we get it in this format. So this alpha can be taken in this format. How? See. We can write sine alpha in the numerator as sine n plus 1 alpha minus n alpha. Now this means what? This means sine alpha only. N alpha cancel out, sine alpha only. Now we have here 2 sine alpha in the numerator, and with this into cos n alpha. Now sine A minus B formula. That is what? Sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Here cosec alpha by 2 divided by cos n plus 1 alpha cos n alpha. Now this is cosec alpha by 2 into sine of this term by this whole term. This is cancelled out. You got tan n plus 1 alpha minus this and this cancelled out, tan n alpha. So we have got Tn equal to this. RHS we need to add up all of them. So now we have to find sum. What is sum? T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to Tn. So here we can put one by one the value of n. Cosec alpha taken common from all of them. If you put 1, what you get? You get here tan 2 alpha minus tan alpha. Plus, if we put here 2, tan 3 alpha minus tan 2 alpha. Next, if we put here n equal to 3, tan 4 alpha minus tan 3 alpha. Tan 4 alpha minus tan 3 alpha. Plus, continues, tan n plus 1 alpha minus tan n alpha. It is alternate plus minus sign. This is called telescopic series. And here we understand these cancels out. This and this cancels out. This will be also get cancelled out. So ultimately what you get? You get here cosec alpha by 2 into tan n plus 1 alpha minus it is given cos A plus cos B by sin A minus sin B whole to the power of n plus sin A plus sin B by cos A minus cos B whole to the power of n. And we have to prove this one as equal to 2 cot to the power of n A minus B by 2 when n is even, and this will be 0 when n is odd. Now we will obviously start from LHS to simplify LHS. Here you can see that it is cos C plus cos D format. This is here all the 4 formulas we have: cos C plus cos D, sin C plus sin D, sin M, sin C minus sin B, cos c minus cos t. So we apply one by one. The first one is 2 cos a plus b by 2 into cos a minus b by 2 whole divided by 2 cos a plus b by 2 into sine a minus b by 2. All of you know the formula. So here just you apply the formula. Cos c plus cos c, 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. Sin c minus sin d, 2 sin c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. Next one, plus. In the numerator we have 2 sin a plus b by 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos a minus b by 2 whole divided by minus 2 sin a plus b by 2 into sine a minus b by 2 whole to the power of n. Now you simplify. 2 cancels out. This and this cancels out. This is cot to the power of n a minus b by 2 plus. Next one, it is sine. This cancels out. We have again cot to the power of n a minus b by 2. But with this we have another thing, a minus sign. There's a minus sign. So minus 1 to the power of n because it's to the power of n. So minus 1 to the power of n. Now we take cases. Case 1. N is odd. Then the expression gives us what? Cot a minus b by 2 plus minus 1 to the power of odd number. Cot a minus b by 2. Now, if minus 1 has been multiplied odd number of times, that will give us minus 1 only. So, what we write here? Cot to the power of n a minus b by 2 minus cot to the power of n a minus b by 2, and that gives us 0. So, when n is odd, result is 0. Now, when n is even, then what we have? S2. N is even. N is even means you can think n equal to some 2k. K is some integer. So this will be what? Cot to the power of n a minus b by 2 plus minus 1 to the power of 2k cot a minus b by 2. Now when it is minus 1 to the power of 2k, minus 1 square, it is 1. 1 to the power of k, it is 1 only. So ultimately it is 2 times cot to the power of n a minus b by 2. Hence problem. It is given sine a equal to 1 by root 2. Sine b equal to 1 by root 3. We have to find the value of tan a plus b by 2 into cot a minus b by 2. So this is what we need to find out. We have here sine a, value of sine a. We have the value of sine. And ultimately what we need to find this one. So it is better to simplify this expression first. So right now we have tan a plus b by 2 into cot a minus b by 2. Now, since it is given in terms of sine cos, we will also convert this in terms of sine and cos. So we write here sine A plus B by 2 whole divided by cos A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2 divided by sine A minus B by 2. Now this is of the form sine A cos B and this causes sine B, but a 2 is missing. So we multiply numerator denominator by a 2. Now this is of the form 2 sine A cos B. Now 2 sine A cos B. What is the formula? It is sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. And when we have the form 2 cos A sine B, this is sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. We have here 2 sine A cos B, which is sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. 2 cos sine B, sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. So these formulas we are going to apply because we have exactly these formats. So let us apply the 2 sine A cos B formula, sine A plus B, that is we have to add these two. So we write here sine A plus B by 2 plus A minus B by 2 plus sine A plus B by 2 minus A minus B by 2 whole divided by sine A plus B by 2 plus A minus B by 2 minus sine A plus B by 2 A minus B by 2. This gives us what? Now here we have A plus B plus A minus B. So that will give us 2A by 2, that will be A. So we have here sine A plus sine B whole divided by. This is A and this is B. So sine A minus sine B. So this is sine A minus sine B. Now we know the values which are given here. So you can substitute after this. That is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 3 whole divided by 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 3. And that gives us root 3 plus root 2 by root 3 minus root 2. So it can be further simplified by rationalizing. That is what we can do. We can multiply numerator by root 3 plus root 2. So this gives us root 3 plus root 2. So we have taken a whole square. This will give us 1. 3 minus 2, that will give us 1. Numerator we have 3 plus 2. Because if we make it a whole square, a square A plus B whole square, a square plus B square plus 2AB. So that gives us 3 plus 2, that is 5, plus 2 root 6. So root 3 into root 2, that is root 6. It is given, find the value of A for which the expression which I have taken as E cos A into sine A minus pi by 6 is maximum. Cos A into sine A minus pi by 6 is maximum. Let us use this. Now what we'll do, since it is cos A sine B format, but a 2 is missing. So we take a half here and multiply by 8. So it is 2 cos A sine A minus pi by 6. So this in accordance with the formula, There is 2 cos A sine B, which is sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. Just we are going to apply this formula. So this gives us what? Half sine this plus this A plus B. So we have here A plus A minus pi by 6 sine A minus B. So A minus A plus pi by 6. Now this gives us half of sine 2A minus pi by 6 sine pi by 6. Now here if we further simplify this, it is sine 2A minus pi by 6 minus sine. Now what they told, the expression has to be maximized. When the expression is maximized, that means that time we have to make this one maximized. We have to make this one maximum. Write down. E is maximum when sine 2A minus pi by 6 is maximum. This implies sine 2A minus pi by 6 is equal to 1. That is sine 2A minus pi by 6 is equal to 1. Because the maximum value is 4. Now when the sine is maximum, what we can write? This one we can write. That is sine 2A minus pi by 6 is maximum, that is 1. Now when this is 1, what we can say? Sine square 2A minus pi by 6 equal to 1. And this gives us cos square 2A minus pi by 6 equal to 0. And that gives us cos 2A minus pi by 6 equal to 0. And we have cos of some odd multiple of 90 degree is always 0. Why? Because we can say this one as cos 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 plus 0. Now this is what? This is odd number. Odd number means this will be what? Sine 0. That is 0. So cos of any odd multiple is always 0. Odd multiple of pi by 2 is always 0. That we know. Now here in this question, what they have given us? Cos of 2A minus pi by 6 equal to 0. Cos of 2A minus pi by 6 equal to 0. Equal to cos of 2A minus pi by 6 equal to 0. Now from this, can we say that 2A minus pi by 6 equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2? Because cos of some angle 0 means that should be some odd multiple of 90. Now from this, what we can say? That 2A equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 plus pi by 6 when n belongs to 0. And this gives us A equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 4 plus pi by 12 when n belongs to 0. Now, by taking one value, n equal to 0, suppose, let, you can see that one of the value is what? Pi by 4 plus pi by 12. That means 12 is LCM. Here 3 pi plus pi, that is 4 pi by 12, that is it is pi by 3. This sum can be made easier if someone thinks in this way, that 2A minus pi by 6 equal to pi by 2. And from that you can get pi by 3 very easily. But actual process is this one, which I have shown. is given two different values of theta, namely theta 1, theta 2 are given. Here theta 1 and theta 2 are lying between 0 and 2 pi. It satisfies the equation. Both of them satisfies the equation sine theta plus phi equals to half of sine 2 pi. These two angles satisfy this equation, and we have to prove sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2 whole divided by cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2 equal to cot phi. This is what is required to prove. Now, how to prove this, sir? So, we come to method 1. How can we prove this? Now, here theta 1 and theta 2 will satisfy this equation. Since theta 1 theta 2 satisfy the equation, what we can write it down? Since theta 1 and theta 2 satisfies sine theta plus phi equal to half of sine 2 phi, we can write sine theta 1 plus phi equal to half of sine 2 phi, and sine theta 2 plus phi half of sine 2 phi. Now we can understand that both the quantity are equal to the same thing. If both the quantity are equal to same thing, what we can write? That this implies sine theta 1 plus phi equal to sine theta 2 plus phi. Now, if we know sine A plus B formula, so we can split out as sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. This one, sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Now, after that, we can simplify this one. We can take here cos phi, here also we have cos phi. We can take here cos phi common. Why you are trying to take cos phi common? Because ultimately we can see we have to bring cot phi. So we take here cos phi common, and we write sine theta 1 minus sine theta 2 equal to sine phi common. It is cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. Now we can take sine phi to the left, and we can write cot phi equal to cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1 whole divided by sine theta 1 minus sine theta 2. Now, after this, since we have sin cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1 by sin theta 1 minus sin theta 2, but we need here sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2 in the numerator and cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2 in the denominator. So, what we'll do after this? We'll multiply. We multiply here by certain term. We multiply the numerator by sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. Because we don't have that in the numerator, we need that in the numerator. To adjust, I multiply here sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. Similarly, we don't have cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2 in the denominator, which we need in the proof. So we take that extra cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2, and we return cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. Now, ultimately, we need to keep this one unchanged the numerator and this one unchanged the denominator. Fine. We will not touch these two. Now, if we do not touch these two, we'll keep it as it is. So after that, what we are left with? Cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1 into cos theta 2 plus cos theta 1. That is A minus B into A plus B. If we don't touch this one, which we need as a proof, we have here A plus B into A minus B. That is A square minus B square. Now here A minus B into A plus B, that will be also A square minus B square. So we take it to the next part, that is cot phi equal to what we need as the proof, that is sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2, which will keep unchanged. Will not touch this part, and cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. Rest we are left with cos square theta 2 minus cos square theta 1. A plus B into A minus B formula. And here sine square theta 1 minus sine square theta 2. Now this part should be unchanged, so I keep it as it is. Sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2 by cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. Now here in the numerator, I change it to sine square theta 2 minus 1 minus sine square theta 1 whole divided by sine square theta 1 minus sine square theta 2. Now this is sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2 divided by cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. Rest part on simplification gives us sine square theta 1 minus sine square theta 2 divided by sine square theta 1 minus sine square theta 2. So this gets cancels out and we are left with only sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2 whole divided by cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2, which is the required proof. Now we move to second method. Method 2. Method 2, what we do? We have sine theta plus phi equal to sine 2 phi. It is given. Since sine of any angle, we consider any angle, that will always lies between minus 1 and 1. So if we multiply by a half, that will be lying between, if we multiply by a half, so the whole thing will lie from minus up to half. That means this whole thing lies from minus up to half. This can be represented by another sine angle, as I can say that this is equal to some sine b. We can say that this is equal to some sine b, because it's from minus half to half. Sine can give the value from minus half to half. Okay. Now, when sine this one equal to sine this one, suppose you have sine theta equal to half. All of you know that you can write theta equal to pi by 6. Again, you can write pi minus theta. Why? 2 into pi by 2. This will be again sine theta. We can write that sine theta equal to pi by 6. Again, we can write pi minus pi by 6. Why? That will give us the same value. Either we write sine theta is there, or we can write pi minus theta. Both is possible. So here also, someone can think that this is equal to b or sine pi minus b. Why? Because sine 2 into pi by 2, when we have, this 2 means sine will be remaining as sine, second quadrant plus. So that means it can be sine b, it can be pi minus b. That means here theta plus pi can give us two values. One is b or pi minus b. Now we have here two values for theta. So I take that theta 1 plus phi equal to B. And I have another angle, theta 2. So that one will take us pi minus. So that gives us theta 1 equal to B minus phi. And theta 2 will give us pi minus B minus phi. Now, we need to prove that for the two which come from LHS, that is sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2 by cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. Now this means what? Sin C plus sin D formula, this cos C plus cos D formula. So we can apply the formula. Sin C plus sin D, we know this will be what? 2 sine C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2 whole divided by 2 cos C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D. Now these two getting cancelled out. We are left with tan theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2. Now that gives us tan theta 1. We know the formula and it's a value b minus phi plus pi minus b minus phi by 2. And this gives us tan pi by 2 minus phi. So that is cot phi. Hence proof.